Sheldon Cooper has always been a man of logic, so much so that he often leaves little room for anything else, like feelings, social norms, or the comfort of those around him. While The Big Bang Theory introduced us to the adult version of this brilliant yet maddening character, Young Sheldon gives us a glimpse into the roots of his unique personality. And let's just say, he didn't grow into his difficult nature, he was born with it. Here are 9 iconic moments from Young Sheldon where the young genius was utterly, unapologetically insufferable and practically impossible to reason with. 1. The time he reported his entire school to the Department of Education. Most kids get annoyed at their teachers. Young Sheldon, he writes to government officials. In one early episode, Sheldon becomes frustrated with what he deems an inadequate educational environment. His solution: contact the Department of Education to expose the school's shortcomings. Was he wrong? Maybe not. Was it the most diplomatic move? Definitely not. He couldn't grasp why his peers and teachers weren't thrilled to have their inefficiencies broadcast to federal authorities. For Sheldon, it wasn't betrayal. It was efficiency. 2. When he created a legal contract for his family's refrigerator. When Mima's refrigerator breaks down and she borrows Sheldon's mini fridge, he doesn't just lend it. No, he drafts a contract stipulating the terms and conditions, including the precise temperature the fridge must remain at. Mima, ever the patient grandma, plays along. It's one of those moments that's equally hilarious and exasperating. Arguing with Sheldon is like debating with a law textbook that has zero sense of humor. 3. His relentless quest to ban Halloween. While most kids are excited to dress up and hoard candy, Sheldon sees Halloween as a holiday rooted in superstition and chaos. So he tries to get it banned at school. His campaign includes lectures, a petition, and a lot of soapbox moments. No matter how many times his family or classmates explain that it's just for fun, Sheldon doesn't budge. You might as well try convincing gravity to take a day off. 4. When he challenged the church pastor in front of the congregation. Yes, the time Sheldon decided the church sermon needed a scientific peer review. Despite being told multiple times to show respect, Sheldon couldn't let a theological point stand without interjecting with scientific counterarguments. He essentially heckled a pastor mid-sermon, armed with nothing but astrophysics and a complete lack of social awareness. His family sat there mortified while Sheldon stood proud, utterly convinced he had done God's work by disproving him. 5. The time he tried to build a nuclear reactor. What starts as a science fair project ends in a full-blown nuclear experiment in the garage. When told he couldn't purchase radioactive material, Sheldon finds loopholes and starts writing letters to nuclear facilities. His parents try to explain, repeatedly, that certain things are simply not okay, no matter how smart you are. But reasoning with Sheldon is like reasoning with a black hole. Every logical argument is just absorbed and spat back out as more stubborn resolve. 6. When he insisted on a static seat at the dinner table for optimal conversation flow. Sheldon doesn't just have preferences, he has systems. In one scene, he refuses to switch seats at the dinner table, explaining that his current location allows for maximum conversational efficiency with every family member. His mother, Mary, tries to make him see how ridiculous this is. But Sheldon breaks out a diagram, equations, and even historical precedent. You could argue that it's just a chair. To Sheldon, it's a command center. 7. His no-lying policy that ended in emotional carnage. One episode sees Sheldon attempt to live a day without telling a single lie, not even a white one. It sounds noble, but in Sheldon's hands, it becomes nuclear-grade honesty. He insults teachers, exposes secrets, and tells his sister exactly what he thinks of her outfit. When people get upset, Sheldon's baffled. But it's the truth, he says, as if truth alone is a free pass to emotional demolition. Trying to explain nuance to Sheldon, like trying to ice skate on gravel. 8. The moment he tried to sue the university for rejecting his research proposal. After submitting a paper that gets dismissed by college professors, Sheldon, in full melodramatic form, decides he's been wronged by the system and takes legal action. Of course, he doesn't hire a lawyer. He tries to represent himself, in court, as a child, arguing complex theoretical physics in front of a judge who just wants to get to lunch. Everyone tells him it's a bad idea. Everyone. He does it anyway. 9. When he tried to schedule his sister's birthday party with a PowerPoint presentation. Missy wants a fun, spontaneous party with balloons and cake. Sheldon wants a time-efficient, educational,